Well, hello there, and what a day, eh? Been indoors most of the day. I had a nice big lie-in this morning, and been listening to a lot of interesting talks from Magenta Pixie and some of the guy, I can't remember his name, about ascension from 3D to 5D. And yeah, it's all very interesting and lots of different viewpoints. And Tarek Bibi, he's an interesting man. And yeah, so kind of figured, well, what am I talking about today and why am I doing this? It's sort of letting me express what's gone on in my life and stories that I've had, because yeah, this lockdown's quite interesting, and a lot of it's it's a lot of fear-based stuff. And as much as I've kind of rebelled with authority, never really got on with it. Never, just not me. This is quite interesting because this is affecting everybody. And when I went to the shops yesterday, it's like people have had 3 weeks to practice their roles in the movie, and it's like I was standing there just watching this movie play out of I don't know, all the films that we'd seen in the 90s and that, when a virus takes over and everything shuts down. But yeah, just go with the flow and connect with your authentic self. See what that is if you don't know. Find your purpose, find why you're here. So today I thought I would go into other dimensions and share a little story of my first past life experience. And that was when I was down in Brighton. Well, I was living in London and I went down to Brighton to see my friend's mother and for a healing. And this was probably, I don't know, 2005-ish, around there. And just went down for a healing because I'd heard of this, my friend's mum. I really wanted to see her. I heard she was quite amazing. And I always went to people who basically didn't advertise, because I was very cautious of who I went to. I was pretty skeptical, pretty sort of, I wanted to definitely be feeling things when I go and see someone. And so I went and saw this lady, and we sat down in a room. And at first I just sat opposite her in the room, and she just did a reading of my body. And she pretty much got spot on with serious events in my life, like when I was 12 and when I was 27, and the sexual abuse and the other traumas in my life. And it was like, whoa. And she could see sort of like the attachments in my gut and where these were, and that she was going to work on that. And then all of a sudden, and then she said, okay, is there anything you'd like to tell me about your past lives, Johnny? And I said, I just thought, this lady's a bit cuckoo. No. I just laughed and I said, no. And then she said to me, all right, she said, is there anything Johnny's body would like to tell me about past lives? And then she went, oh. She said, yes. She says, I see her. And then she said one word. And when she said that one word, within half a second, my heart was pumping, tears rolling down my eyes. I was trembling. I was beside myself. And she sat there and she was like, it's okay, Johnny. This is here. This is now. And you're safe. And she just kept saying that through to me until eventually I calmed down. And she was like, whoa, Johnny, you were thrown to the lions. The word she'd said was lion. And seriously, I don't know what, but it was that reaction, that split reaction that just took over my body. Took me right back to that sensation, that feeling, that lifetime. And then she did a whole energy healing on me. And I actually left the treatment from her, and I walked down to Brighton because I'd caught the train down to Brighton for the day. And it was a beautiful day. I mean, beautiful day. The wind was howling, the waves were crashing, the rain was falling. and it just felt like the perfect day for me to be wrapped up in my jacket and just walking along the beach. And I honestly felt like I'd been reborn. It was like I felt fresh and new, and wow, felt like I'd released lifetimes of trauma and anxiety. And yeah, it was really cool to just go back, and it was like, wow, there's definitely something to this. There's no way that one word could have sparked that reaction out of me. And yeah, so that's my little sherry on my first past life experience. There's been a few more, but that's just one of them. We've all had them. We've all had and experienced them all. So whether you believe in it or not, whether you believe they're true or believe they're not, you're probably right. So lots of love, take care, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.